Well, welcome back to my channel. I'm Chrissy and you're watching Viral Media Outlet. So I wanted to come on here and talk to you all about this. I was scrolling through TikTok and I see that this is trending right now. So it says here, the moment Kai realized he had to leave immediately after what he saw at the BET Awards. This is Kai Cenat. And they said that once he saw something, he had to leave. Now I'm like, what did he see? So I did some digging and once I found some videos, I'm like, oh, okay. But I don't know if that's why he really left. I did not see any videos of him saying, yup, that's why I left. I left because of that. Now, let me know if he did admit that that's why he left, but he left because he saw a performance done by Taraji P, Henson and Teyana Taylor. Now, people are saying that this performance looked demonic, like it was some kind of ritual being performed. It looks crazy. It looks weird. And they said the moment that he saw Teyana Taylor dancing, that's when he had to leave. But yeah, so I got some video clips of different views of the performance and let's get into it. But I want to first show you the clip of him leaving the moment that this performance started. So here we go. I have it on mute because of copyright reasons, but let's play the clip the moment Kai left. Okay, so that was the clip of him the moment that he left. Now let's get into some of the performance. I'm going to scroll through my collection here. Give me 1 second. I want to go over this one right here. So this is some clips of the performance. This is Teyana Taylor dancing her butt off, by the way. She was dancing her butt off. It says here, Teyana Taylor surprises BET with guest performance by Taraji P. Henson. So here we go. Let's play this clip right here. Let's start it from the beginning. I have it on mute. I'm not going to lie. I do love the visuals. You may not agree because the visuals are like super red but I love it. And this girl can dance. Teyana Taylor can dance. Wow, look at that. Okay. All right. So this is Taraji P. Henson doing her performance. I can understand why people say this looks demonic. I can understand why people think this looks like some kind of ritual. It looks demonic. It looks crazy, weird. I can understand, especially because of the history with Hollywood, how people be doing some weird things in Hollywood. So yeah, I can understand. Like, look at this. But I love the visuals. She's holding on to a bouquet of flowers that were like flamed. Did you see that? I have another view of her in this dress. So that was what I wanted to show of Teyana dancing and then Taraji P. Henson with the flowers and the visuals of her in that dress. I have another view. Let me get to that one moment. So here it is. I'm not going to play it all. I just only want to show what she looked like in this dress. She was very high up, as you can see, very high off the ground. You can tell like this is her head right here and all the way down is the floor. She was high up. I would be scared. I don't like heights. I'm afraid of heights. So let's play a little bit of that clip. His caption, "Seeing this live was crazy." What is that down here? What is that supposed to mean? Okay. That's the visuals of the dress. I mean, like I said, I can understand why people think the way they do about this performance. I can understand, but I love the visuals. I do. And I'm sure there's some kind of meaning behind this, which is what we're going to go over soon. Wow. All right, so that's all I wanted to show here. So I'm going to show some reactions now. One of the videos is not typically a reaction. She was just this one right here. She didn't really give her opinion on the performance. She was just talking, I think, about the dress. But let's just hear what she has to say. I'm going to take that off mute because there's no music in the background with this one. So yeah, Let me play from the beginning.
I went to the BET Awards and I guess there was a ritual. Okay, so I've been looking all over my phone for the video I made of Teyana Taylor and Taraji P. Henson. And I just saw a video that Kai Cenat just made, basically like leaving the stage when Teyana Taylor came on. And someone saying something about a ritual. Tell me why I can't find the video anywhere. I made 2 videos. I made one of her going up in the robot costume where she was like elevating, levitated, whatever. And then I made a video too of Taraja zoomed in and then zoomed out of her costume because it was literally like a 20-foot costume. Like she was like in like this mountain dress and like speaking something with a candle. And at this point, like when I was there, I don't remember like what she said. I don't think I was listening. I really wasn't. I was kind of thrown off by what Teyana was doing. And then the random candle. I was like, what? But I wanted to record it and I can't find it. I went to the BET Awards and I guess.
All right. That's what she had to say about that. She was actually there. I mean, imagine people's reactions. I'm sure people was like in the crowd, like, what is going on? So she was actually there and she was talking about the dress that I showed you of Taraji in that dress, that 20 feet tall looking dress. And she also talked about, the moment that Kai Cenat left. So that's why I said that he left as soon as Teyana Taylor started dancing, is because of what she said in this TikTok here. She was there, but like I said, he has not openly said that's why he left. It was because of this performance. I don't know. Comment below if he did admit, like, yeah, he said that's why he left. He left because of that performance. But anyway, so I want to show you another reaction video. Let me get to it.
A lot of people think it was some type of.
Okay, I thought I had to quickly mute something because, yeah. But I like. Hold on, give me one moment because I want to make sure that this is from the beginning. I actually liked what he said. I was a little confused at first because I thought he was like, yeah, this is demonic looking. And I thought he was leaning towards that direction until I listened to the whole thing. And I was like, oh, okay. I like his reaction because he breaks it down. He breaks it down to the point where he makes you think logically about this performance. Now, I don't know after I play this that it's going to change your mind. Like, no, I still see this as demonic. I still see this as a ritual. I still see this as weird and crazy. But he breaks down the visuals. He breaks down the symbols. He even breaks down what Taraji P. Henson and Teyana Taylor's name mean. He even breaks down the colors that they chose. That he breaks down even the choreography. And so, yeah, I like his reaction to this. And let's hear what he has to say. Wait. Let me take it off mute. All right.
Was some type of dark. A lot of people think it was some type of dark ritual because Kai Cenat left the BET Awards once this started. Taraji's first name, it actually means hope in Swahili, right? Penda, her middle name, means love. She actually embodies this in her real life. Mental health, advocating for people, consistent self-care rituals, tea, meditation, bedtime routines. She's definitely the healer archetype. We got to talk about Teyana, right? She is the archetype of the warrior superhero mother, right? She's got this dual life where she's the mom, but she also shows this fierce energy, right? It's a maternal fierce energy about Teyana, right? So now when you think about her being a choir, dance prodigy, to now being multifaceted in terms of director, mother, artist, this is basically a spiritual faith walk that's actually taking place. But let's keep going. Now you got to look at the visuals, right? The visual contrast between the rose and the fire. So the rose is going to symbolize beauty, love, vulnerability, and they're intentionally set ablaze, right? Transforming them into symbols of purging, transformation, and spiritual alchemy, right? Ritual meaning the fire, purity, and it purifies and transmutes. So choosing roses, it signifies a sacrificial feminine energy, right? Beauty being stripped to reveal raw strength and rebirth, all right? When you look at Teyana's album, what is it called? Escape Room? So that's a theme about breaking free through trial by fire. Are y'all seeing all of the symbols now? We know that red represents desire, okay? But what's the psychology behind the color she chose? and even the ritual choreography, right? So her dancers and Teyana, they wear red, and that's going to symbolize power, passion, intensity, and elements of rebirth and resurrection, right? But also the desire for this change. The choreography, powerful, synchronized, directional, right? Ceremonial, it's a mimic of a ceremonial flame dance, invoking imagery of a collective spiritual cleansing around her. Because again, the fire is transformative. I could make this a long video. I'm not even going to do it. I'm just going to end it there. But the next time you people think that, you know, people are doing something demonic or satanic, you might want to look into the actual symbols, get into the actual school of art, start studying these things, right? All the way down to body language, bro. People, you know, to the way you move your hands, to the way you cross your legs. It's not always feminine. Sometimes it represents cutting off your lower half. Sometimes it means your lower half, that chakra, that root chakra is open. If your legs wide open in the interview. You see what I'm saying? You never know the symbolism behind why somebody's posture even is how it is. You see what I'm saying? Walk into a room. Whenever you see a king, sometimes kings sit slouched. You know what I'm saying? The heavy is the head that wears the crown. You know who the king is when you walk in the room. You know who the bodyguard is when you walk in. It's body language, symbols, bro. You got to be able to see this. You know what I'm saying? Don't assume the worst of everybody. Now, I will say this. Just because that is equally true, don't mean two things can't be true at one time. So yes, that's true. But at the same time, I don't know if there was a darker, because essentially it's a passing of the torch, right? And I'm really interested to see what Teyana Taylor does next and where her career goes. But when you look at ritualistic, like whenever you look at a concert like this, and there are ritualistic symbols in there, and it's too well done, you have to know that maybe this person potentially is being set up to hit the next level of Hollywood fame and all of that. So if her career continues to go in the upward trajectory, then we understand that these things were symbolic for passing of the torch, in which case there is a way to study the game from the outside, you know? But anyway, I'm going to wrap this video up. Like, comment, subscribe.
All right. What are your thoughts on what he said? Did it change your mind? Did it make you think a deeper perspective of it? Or are you still like, nope, I don't care what he said. I don't care what you said. I don't care what anyone says. This is demonic. This is a ritual. This is crazy. This is weird. What are your thoughts? But I love what he said because he does make you look at another perspective of it. He breaks the symbols down. He breaks down the visuals, even to their names, like what their names mean. The dance moves to the colors. He broke it down. He mentioned study the school of art. Now, I like that he said, that caught my attention. He said, it doesn't mean that two things can be true at the same time, which is absolutely right. I highly agree. We don't know what this performance means. Maybe it could mean that it's dark, also light, or maybe dark and light at the same time, that there's some kind of weird stuff going on with this performance. We don't know. And like he said, that doesn't mean that two things can be true at the same time. The only people that know what this performance truly means is, of course, the performers themselves, Taraji P. Henson and Teyana Taylor. They are the ones that I'm sure knows what this performance means. We can only speculate. We can only guess. But I just wanted to play his video just so you guys can see another perspective of this performance, because he broke it down in a very logical way. He makes you he makes you think deeply. Yeah, I like the way he broke it down. He really makes you think. He did a very good deep dive, and I like how he talked about body language and body posture. All that stuff is symbolic. All of that stuff means something, from the way you stand, position yourself. A lot of stuff in life is very symbolic. It is. But what are my opinions on this? My opinion is I love the visuals. I do. I love the visuals. I know it looks crazy to some people, but I like it. Now, do I agree that this is some kind of weird thing going on, like some kind of ritual or that is demonic? Do I agree? I'm going to say I don't know. I don't know because I don't. We don't know. We don't know. But what are your thoughts? Do you think this was a ritual? Do you think that is demonic? Do you agree with what he said? Or, so comment below. I want to know your thoughts. And that sums it up. If you made it this far, please like the video, subscribe to my channel, hit the bell so that way you know every time I upload new content. Pretty soon, once I start getting some subscribers, I want to do live videos where I can bring you guys up. You click the link and I can bring you up and we can all talk about the topic. If you have any kind of viral story from like TikTok, Instagram, or while you're scrolling through the internet and you want me to go over it and share it, just send it to my email. My email is right there, viralmediaoutletofficial@gmail.com. Once again, that was viralmediaoutlet@gmail.com. Let me know what it's about. I may or may not go over it depending on the nature of the video, of the topic or the story. So yes, thank you all so much for watching. I am Chrissy and you just tuned in to Viral Media Outlet. I'll see you all in the next video. Bye.